What is up, everybody? It is Wick here, and I'm about to go thrifting. I got 7 Goodwills I'm going to go to today. I like to do this route, go out of town every month or so. Now that garage sale season's over, I can hit some more Goodwill, spend some time doing that. Usually when I go on this route, my goal is to make a minimum of $100. Almost always I make more than that, but I figured let's go see how fast we can make $100 today going to 7 Goodwills. But let's go. It's always exciting to go see what you can find. So in the first Goodwill, I see this Singer sewing machine, and it's priced at $40. Open the bag and see the model. What is that? Touchtronic 2010, something like that. Look up the model on eBay and see that, hey, it sells for well over $100 with all the attachments and everything, which seem to be in the bag. So end up buying that. And I also find some cross-stitch stuff that was there. So I think in the first Goodwill, I may have cleared $100 profit. However, that's not the normal. Usually it takes multiple Goodwills. Of course, any Goodwill you go into could be worth hundreds of dollars or just zero. It's just very, very random. So this is definitely not the norm, but I think we might have hit $100 there. But we're going to keep going. 6 more Goodwills to go to and see if we can add on to this. This Goodwill, I'm just checking out these newer carts to see if there's any delicious treasure on them. And I see a lot of adult diapers and poise pads and stuff like that. Not interested in selling those, even though certain ones can have some value if you're getting them cheap enough. Here in the electronics, I see this GPX like cooler radio. It's only $7.99, which I'm kind of surprised. This Goodwill prices stuff extremely high. However, looking it up, selling for like $20, $25 max from what I could see. Something big like that. I just didn't want to mess with it. Not enough profit in it for me. All kinds of things to look at here. Crock pots. We got little cameras that aren't worth anything. Looks like some shavers, hair dryers, some sort of teddy bear thing. It's easy to miss stuff. So up here I see this maybe Department 56 thing, but then I see it's $24.99, just a cheap one, nothing special at all. I'm like, oh geez, $24.99 for that. Even if it was Department 56 or something, that would be priced too high in my opinion for a thrift store. But down here I see this Farberware. I guess it's a cappuccino maker or something like that. Thought it might be new in box. It wasn't. I don't want to buy anything used like that. And test it. You don't know if the pipes inside are moldy, if they've been cleaned or taken care of. It's just way too much work for the profit involved in that. Now, if it was like a $600 machine or something, it might be worth the work, but it was only selling for like $40 from what I could tell. And I think it was priced like $20 anyway. So I got some bags of toys here, checking out cars. I don't see anything that I recognize. Of course, I'm not very knowledgeable with loose Hot Wheels like that. Dora Globe. I think one sold for like $18. It was priced $10. Not really interested. Just some basic dolls. Didn't really see anything in the toys. Flipping over here to the Christmas stuff. Going to see if we can find any cool ornaments. Here's a Star Trek one, and I recently sold a Star Trek ornament like that from Hallmark, and I got around $40 for it if I remember right. So I thought that one might be good. Not worth as much as the $40 one. I looked up some of these other ornaments, just hoping I would, find something rare. I could not find anything. Yeah, I don't think I looked up all of them though. So if you see anything that is valuable, let me know as always. And as always, I'm going to be having everything in the haul part of the video. There's a Department 56, one of the lower end ones, $25. And I see this St. Nicholas square box. I didn't even pull that down because if everything else was priced $25, that one was probably priced too high as well. I should have checked though. You just never know with thrift stores. What's this? Something sealed, looks like. I'm trying to pull it out here. Oh, one of these Navi mats. $14.99. You know what? That's just way too high for that. So end up passing on that. It's not even at $5. I mean, I wouldn't buy that. I don't think there's any resale value. And maybe if it was a good brand like Garmin or something, maybe we could get a little bit of money, like $15 max, I would guess. All kinds of junk in this aisle. I love aisles like this though, because it feels like there's more opportunity. Didn't find anything in this aisle though. Checking the shoes, I got these Noble Outfitter boots and they were $12.99. I'm like, I better buy what I can because it's going to be one of those days I think where everything's priced way too high. I'm in the expensive area where the Goodwills are, you know, get closer to the bigger cities and prices just go up. So I did sell those boots already though, made $15 on them. They moved quicker than I thought they were going to, but head on over to the next Goodwill store and I got some VCRs. This Hitachi one, pretty clean, no remote. However, they got $20 on it. Looked it up, just not selling, not a good one at all. However, this Toshiba here is priced $7.99, and I'm like, oh, I've sold this before. Oh, $6.99, I see the price tag now, even cheaper than I thought. No remote, but I sold that already for $45 plus shipping on eBay. That was a quick flip. There was a Magnavox remote there. It wasn't a combo unit remote, so I ended up passing on that. I don't sell just Magnavox basic DVD players, no money in them, unless they're recorders or combo units. Up here, I see this Hurricane lamp. It's priced $12.99. It's Accurate Casting, which is a pretty good brand. They can sell for over $100. The globe didn't really match, so I was going to pass on it, but I saw someone looking at it. It looked to be maybe a reseller, and I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm going to grab this and make sure I'll do more research on it. So I just put it in my cart eventually later. Kind of regret buying it. It's going to be a slow mover. If the shade matched the base, I think it would be probably about a $75 to $100 lamp. However, with a different type of shade, you know, maybe $40 is what I'm going to end up selling it for. Still, I bought it, and I'm looking in the toys now to see if I can add to my cart of treasure. You see, I did find some shoes. Some decent shoes in the thrift store, $4.99 a piece. And I got the lamp in there. It's one of those situations where I drive out of town. I kind of want to make it worth my time. So sometimes I pick up things that I normally wouldn't pick up closer to home. We are now in the next Goodwill though. Here's a camera. This Canon camera would have been worth picking up. However, it was missing a battery pack, or not the battery pack, battery door cover. I think it was like a $25, $30 camera anyway, so ended up passing on that. Looks like just a DVD player here. What else we have? Just some lamps. But I head on over to the toys. I see this on the shelf, and this is actually pretty amazing, I think. It's one of those items that is super rare. I don't know the true value, but I'll talk about that more in the haul and what I think it's worth. Pretty excited to find that. And yeah, so definitely over $100 in profit now. Trying to think of just cool ideas for videos, good thumbnails, good titles. I thought, oh, let's see how fast we can make $100, but it happened very quickly, so kind of takes the suspense out of it. But here it is. I like my videos to be more realistic, or as realistic as possible. So this next Goodwill, you see what I got in the cart there, some good items. And just checking some of these other aisles. Here's some duck decoys. Some of these can be worth a really good amount of money. They're collectible. Now, these are newer ones at $6.99. Not really worth picking up at all. And there's a box, like a little tackle box. Always nice to have those for storage. See the popcorn containers, you see those at every thrift store. Some sort of, I don't know what that is, honestly. If someone knows what that is, you can let me know. Plumber, I don't know what the purpose of that is. I was checking glassware, didn't see anything. But over here at this next Goodwill, second to last Goodwill, Angry Birds Knock on Wood game. I can't believe I found another one of these. I think I found one at this same Goodwill the last time I came to this area. So not the same one I keep recycling in videos. Got footage. Yeah, sell those on Amazon for really good money. There's some New Balance shoes I got in the cart. I've already sold those. I sold those for $40 and they sold within like a day. They were kind of a rare color. Got a doll down here, not American Girls. I think Our Generation or whatever it is. Don't mess with those. Got a pair of Merrill shoes in there as well. Adding in the Angry Birds game and going to Goodwill number 7. Hoping to find something there. I also found some other stuff in here. I got off camera. Ended up being pretty good. Last Goodwill. I find more good shoes. I usually don't find good shoes when I go out of town, but here they are. I had to pay up a little for those, but I think it was definitely worth it. However, let me show you everything I did find today. Some absolutely amazing finds. Here is the haul. Let me show you what I found. Some great items today. This Singer sewing machine. This was $40. It is a Touchtronic 2010. Pretty good model. I had a $5 off coupon as well if I spent $20. So, I got it for about 35 bucks. It's got the pedal. It's got a bunch of pieces that go with it, the manuals and stuff. So it looks to be in good condition. I bought it. I think I can make some decent money on it. Looks like it's selling for about $140 plus shipping with everything like the pedal, extra pieces, the bag and all that. I might even be able to get like $150 to $170 even with the attachments. I just have to see what the other listings have. I'm not an expert with sewing machines. I bought one recently, an $800 sewing machine I paid $100 for. I really don't pick them up very often at all. And I really don't know how to test them properly. I don't know what to look for because I don't sew. Really, I'm just going to power it on and make sure the needle moves, I guess, is about it. These are also quite heavy, and shipping's not terrible on these. Weight isn't a big issue when it comes to shipping. It's usually the dimensions, and these are kind of big, so I would imagine the buyer's going to be paying $40, $45 for shipping. Either way, I figured I'd give it a shot. I also got some of these cross-stitch things. I think this one was selling for about $25, $30 if I remember right. And a couple other ones at around $15 to $20. So $2.99 a piece. I picked them up. And actually a couple weeks ago at Goodwill, I saw somebody, they had a cart, literally a Goodwill cart. When I say full, I mean actually full to the top of sealed cross-stitch things like this. Some very large ones, some small ones, and I thought, well, I missed those. It's probably over $1,000 in that cart because I've sold some of those before for around $70, so some of them are just worth some good money. Still, I think I'll make some good profit on the sewing stuff here. Below it, I just got this Toshiba VCR. It was $6.99 and it was selling great on Amazon for about $45, no remote. I'm pretty sure I've sold this model before, actually. It's a good model to sell. One day we'll find a VCR again with the remote. This is like the third one of these I picked up this year, this Brain Warp game. This one was only $1.99. These can sell for around 40 bucks. So happy to find it. It seems to be in good condition. You can even sell these as parts if not working and still make money at $1.99. So no worries there. So I got a bunch of shoes today, and when I go out of town, I don't expect to find good shoe deals because Goodwill prices shoes very high the further you get away from where I'm at. Doesn't mean you can't find stuff, obviously, because here we are. I bought these boots here because I was pretty negative on the day. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be hard to find stuff because of the prices, so maybe I'll just grab these for 13 bucks. I'll make about $15 profit on them. Noble Outfitters, they're not anything special, but these like rubber duck boots, they have a pretty good sell-through rate. I think more comps than what's listed, so I should be able to sell those. Like I said, only make like 15 bucks. Kind of the same story with these Dr. Comforts. I buy them when they're bigger, wider, larger sizes and in good condition. I've sold a few pairs. These are like a 9.3E or something like that. So I think I'll be able to sell them. And again, I'm not going to make a huge amount of money on those. Then for $5, I found these Adidas shoes, which I looked up and they were selling pretty good. They're pretty good condition. They got a little bit of wear. It looks pretty bad when you look at it through the camera lens, but it's not really noticeable when it's not shining in the light. It's just kind of that plastic protection that's kind of wore off there. Still, I think I can sell these for 25 bucks plus shipping. Then I got these Brooks shoes. These were $12.99. Oh, these were $9.99, and they've barely been worn. This is a nice pair too. I'm thinking this pair was like 50 bucks at least. They're size 13. And there's another pair of Brooks. These were $12.99 at the same Goodwill, but they've barely been worn also. And I think these will sell for around $40 minimum. So again, when they're this clean and they're pre-owned, I don't have to do any work, so I don't mind paying more for them, obviously, if I'm going to make money. I got these New Balance shoes. These were only $7.99, and these are very clean. There's not a whole lot of comps for this particular style and model, but the ones listed as new are like $111. I'm not sure if there's even any pre-owned. I can't remember exactly, so I think I can sell those for at least 40 bucks, so happy to have those. Here's some more New Balance shoes. I got these because, well, they're in pretty good condition and they are rare. There's currently none on eBay. No sold comps for this model number, or I should say style number, the colors. Some similar New Balance shoes like this, the color wise, I've sold before. They usually move. I actually think I can sell those for 30 bucks. Paid $5 for those. Then here's a pair of Merrell shoes I paid $5 for. They're in good condition. Merrell, they're basic ones, but you know, I can still sell those probably for $25, $30, no problem. Sold many pairs like this over the years. I'll add up what I expect to make after fees on these shoes. Of course, all my profits are just estimates. Sometimes they're lower, sometimes they're higher. I usually try to estimate low. So right here, I got this Star Trek ornament. I paid $1.99 for it. I don't think it's new, and even if it was, you see it has a little bit of box damage. The reason I bought it was because I recently sold a Star Trek, did I say Star Wars before? I meant Star Trek. A Star Trek keepsake ornament for about 40 bucks, I think it was. So I know some of them were rare. This one, you know, not so much. It's just a bread and butter. It barely makes, actually it probably don't even make my threshold. I'll probably only make like $8 profit on it, but I just decided to pick it up. This Speed Warrior RC car, or XRC by Kenner, is quite exciting. This was $4.99. As you can see, somebody wrote on there complete, battery and charger included. I opened it up. It does seem to be complete. I could not find any comps for this on Terapeak or eBay, but I looked up some other Kenner XRC things from 1995, and some of them with the box are selling for around 200 bucks. This one being rare and vintage, I priced it probably at minimum $200, and I'm in no hurry for it to sell. There's a collector or somebody that will eventually come around and buy it. You know, it could even be worth more than 200. I did a Google search also, and I could only find like one website that had it. I guess they had it for sale. I don't know what it was, but it didn't say what the price was or anything like that. I didn't even get any Google hits from Worth Points. I don't even know if this is on Worth Point. I would assume it is. So something like this, as long as it's, you know, tested and working, it's got the box. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get that ink off of there without severely damaging the box. The rest of it looks pretty good though, so yeah, I'll price it at 200 and we'll see what happens. So I got 2 Angry Birds games, and I've been finding this Knock on Wood game a lot at Goodwill's. The last 3 of these I sold on Amazon. I sold for $69.99. Of course, I sell them complete and in good condition. Now this box is beat up, but as I mentioned before, I have a parts box of this where I picked one up at a thrift store for like $0.25. So there's a good chance I'll be able to complete it anyway. I also got a better box. The box upstairs is a lot better too, so I can switch out the box. I mean, just glancing at it, opening it up, it looks complete. Like the cars have just fallen over. You got the pigs, the figures, the star. Yeah, this is probably complete and almost certainly complete with the parts box upstairs. So that'll be some great profit. And I also picked up this Angry Birds on thin ice. I have never found this one. This is also one that I think I could sell for about $69.99 on Amazon. I have no idea if this is going to be complete. The box is in kind of weird shape. You know, I'll throw an estimate out there, so just in case it is complete, but you know, again, that's just what I would make if it is complete. Right here, I got this Genie wireless keypad, $7.99. It says new on here, so I'm assuming it's new. But somebody wrote on it, this is the kind of smooth box where I can get that marker off no problem. It won't leave any mark. However, I can sell this on Amazon, like new open box for, it looked like about 55 bucks if I remember right. So I went ahead and picked that up. It's got a baseball glove here, $2.99, just what I would call a bread and butter baseball glove. I should be able to sell it for about $20 plus shipping. I paid $2.99 for it. There it is. And then finally, I got this hurricane lamp, and I've sold a couple of these hurricane lamps over the past year. I think I paid like $5 and $7 for the other ones though. This one was $12.99. I only buy them if they're old, if they have a maker's name on them. This one is Accurate Casting. Checking the comps, some of the Accurate Casting stuff can sell for over $100. I don't know if this globe goes with this one or not. It seems like the pattern is a bit different, but it's in really good condition, and I think minimum I could sell that for 50 plus shipping. I think that's about what I sold the other ones for. These things are annoying to ship. You got to make sure, you pack them very well, but both of the ones I shipped made it there fine, so I'm assuming I can ship this one fine. I'll do a bit more research and put on the screen how much I expect to make on that one. But there it is, everybody. That is the haul for today. Some more great items I have to list. I'm happy these shoes are not going to require any cleaning. I can get those, just listed very quickly. Got a couple things to test, some board game pieces to count. I also got to test that Speed Warrior, but you know what? It does take time. You got to consider that stuff. But if you would, hit that like button for me. If you would hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed, I'd really appreciate it. These videos take a lot of time to make, a lot of time to edit. That's time I could be listing and actually making some great money. But you can also find me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, flipping_junk. This has been Wick. Till next time.